Will his secret be revealed?
Did you loosen the parapet railing?
Lucas sabotaged himself. I'd do whatever I had to protect this family.
Aren't you sorry for any of it?
Can she forgive him? Escape to betrayal on General Hospital.
Ferris wheel on Pier 25, huh? Did you think you would live to see the day?
I haven't, Barbara. It's closed.
Well, you know, they did keep it open till mid-November. You were just a little too busy kidnapping your son.
Oh, great. Did you ask me here to slap me around?
No, I asked you here for a reality check.
Oh, sorry, you're out of luck. My reality's a bit flexible to check. Better slap me around.
You're safe for now. The reality check's for me.
Yeah? How many layers of defense did Jerry Jacks manage to break through while I was away?
You've been away too long.
Uh-oh, you're into your big, beautiful brown eyes. But there's got to be a glitch. Apart from the fact that he was a money launderer.
Man stood on his head and spit nickels to try to get me to go away on this Caribbean vacation with him.
The swine.
And Lucas was so excited.
What do you mean? He bailed?
Mm-hmm. Well, apparently Jax was in a crisis.
Ah. Sibling rescue mission. You know about those.
Yeah, but you know, it's such an easy line to buy, and I've already bought so many.
Well, what's the point, Barbara?
If Jerry comes back with a simple, I'm sorry, maybe I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But if he comes back and he's going to try to snow me with this blizzard of gifts, then I'm going to know he's full of...
What is it?
A few nights ago, I had insomnia, and I channel surfed for hours. So I finally found myself riveted to this old-time thriller where this seamstress turned her ex-husband into a pincushion.
I had a nearsighted tailor sew up my fly once. That was gruesome. I think Tony'd make a good voodoo doll with pins sticking all through him. I mean, zombies don't carry much weight in court anymore, do they?
Oh, why am I laughing?
Well, why not? He's got as much chance in a custody case as a popsicle in hell.
Like I said, you've been away too long. Tony has been shining up his image, and he's making great headway. Even Monica won't rule out the possibility of reinstating him at the hospital. Look at the way he's schmoozing Stefan, trying to wrangle his way back into the hospital.
I am happy to say I had brunch with your mother, at her request, I might add.
What have you learned of interest to me?
Well, that depends on whether you have any residual interest in Catherine Bell. It seems that the drugs she took for her resurrection may have long-term side effects.
Which side effects?
That's not clear. There are no clinical precedents, but Helena's concerned about neurological damage. Was I wrong to assume you wanted to know?
No.
Is this something I should follow up?
Your expertise may be valuable.
As a neurologist, you mean?
Yes, as a neurologist, of course.
Look at that smug smirk. It's making me crazy.
Oh, I just pretend he's a crackhead and turn away.
I can't afford to look away. Tony's like this bloodhound who's tracking me, and the smallest sign of vulnerability.
Well, don't show him any vulnerability.
I'm dating a man who pled guilty to a felony crime. Tony has already used that to drag me to a family court shrink.
Wait a minute, back up. What?
Oh, you heard right. And if Tony manages to wrangle his job back, he will sue for custody in a minute.
Well, maybe Mr. Jacks did you a favor in canceling the trip to paradise. I mean, how's it going to look? The minor child on vacation with a racketeer?
I don't know, Luke. You know, I thought of that, but what am I going to do? I can't stop living my life. I mean, what's Tony going to go after next? The way I look, the way I dress, my spending habits, the way I brush my teeth? Look at him over there, the way he's grinning at Stefan.
Yeah, well, he thinks he's kissing the king of the hill's butt. What he doesn't know is Stefan's not going to be in a position to help him for long. So, tell me about this Ferris wheel. Is it the... Hey, Barbara, just let it go. Let Barbara.
Congratulations. You have managed to destroy the one illusion I had left about you.
Is there a problem, Barbara?
You know damn well there's a problem. Why would you give this misfit the time of day?
Yes, and you could be spending time with the gentle folk who bankroll organized crime.
You had one redeeming quality. Your love for Nikolas. I know you know what it means to protect a child, so why would you help this lunatic wrangle his way back into my son's life?
Our son.
Forgive me, Barbara, but I have no desire to become involved in another Spencer domestic dispute. The inner workings of your family are frankly repellent to me. Excuse me.
Repellent? Why don't you keep your big, sharp teeth out of it? If you've given up on Spencer Blood, maybe that's a good thing. It's a real good time to do that.
Finally, we're in accord. An historic moment.
Ah, yes, history. The facts beneath the gloss, the grimy facts that back up your plumbing and eventually burst your pipes like sewage.
You know, the philosopher Spengler believed that civilizations are built on that inconspicuous underground apparatus.
And Gump and McCree always said if you can't flush it, use a shovel.
Luke, good to see you. I didn't know you were back. I know that's a non sequitur, but I seem to have lost the thread here.
Stefan, why would you allow yourself to be manipulated by Tony?
No one manipulates me, Barbara.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Would you mind telling me what that was all about?
You started it.
Well, maybe I started, but you took it someplace that I couldn't go. This wasn't about Tony and Lucas and me. We suddenly became bit players in a Luke Stefan drama. Now, what is going on between the two of you that I don't know about?
You gotta admit, these chili dogs were state of the art.
Those chili dogs were a mere diversion.
Diversion from what? Topic of the day. Jerry Jack.
No. The topic of the day is you and Stefan.
We've decided to stop seeing each other.
Don't do that. Don't make jokes.
It's my job.
Okay. I have a few things that I want to say about you and Laura and Stefan.
All right. I take it my wife has been frequenting Spook Island since I've been gone.
I don't keep tabs on Laura.
Oh, there's a direct answer.
Okay, I gather she's been making an effort to spend some time with Nikolas, but I happen to think that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Vlad the Impaler agrees with you.
Ooh, don't do that. Laura loves you very much. She always has. Don't let Stefan into your marriage.
Sage advice, Barbara. But a trifle late.
You know, this isn't just about you and Laura. You have kids to think about now.
That we do.
So keep focused on what really counts. Your marriage and your children. Because that's what matters most.
Yeah. My kids. Well, come on, little sister. I'll walk you home.
What are you doing here?
Well, I was trying to get some sleep, but all that puckering in the hall woke me up.
What you've done to my room, you pig. You vagrant. This is a non-smoking room.
Do you know that you're out of smoked oysters, and those little crackers with the sesame seeds are really stale?
You don't like the accommodations? Check out Trent's right now.
No, first tell me about your trip. Regale me with stories of the rich and greedy.
I know you're finding this very amusing, but you can notice that I don't. You see, Ned doesn't know about our whatever it is.
Try relationship.
Reluctant alliance. Do you know that he could have walked in here with me?
I was hoping he would. I love to see you improvise.
Improvise this. Who is it?
Stefan.
Ned, you've got to hide. You've got to hide. Get up.
I can't get up. Injury. Wow.
I'll be right there.
Only the bellman,
It's
Natasha.
Ned. He fools me sometimes. He likes to do that.
Oh, yeah? And who are you? Fifi the chambermaid?
Ned. Hi.
Got your bags, Miss Davis? What do you want?
Right here. Would be great. Thanks. Sure. Alrighty. Thanks.
Is there something wrong with your couch?
No. No. It's just, you know, the naphthalene. I like to just kind of keep it covered because it gives me a headache. I'm allergic.
Oh.
Here you go. Thank you so much. I know it's a lot of luggage.
It's my pleasure, ma'am. Is there anything else I can do for you?
You know something? No, but thank you very much. I'll take care of all these bags myself. You've been terrific, and I will let you know if I need any more help. No, that's fine, Sheldon.
Naphthalene? That's good. That's rich.
Possible. What's wrong with your leg?
Oh! Got it caught in a wolf trap.
How appropriate. Do you ever give anyone a straight answer?
Not when I can say something funny.
I'm not going to ask you why you left. I'm not even going to ask you why you came back. I just want to know what the hell you're doing in my room.
I missed you. What did I miss?
Something interesting, actually.
Well, if you're talking about Blondie rising from the dead miraculously, I already know about it.
Then you know that you and I are guilty of absolutely nothing.
Speak for yourself. And don't get too giddy. Miss Bell's resurrection is only good news to her. And maybe Stephen King. My take is Stefan's working overtime to find out who loosened the railing on the parapet. And unless he's already found out, he's eventually going to settle on you and me.
Framing Stefan was never part of our agreement. You did that all on your own.
Yes, I did. But you really think that subtle distinction is going to cause the Prince of Darkness to give you a little sympathy? Move your legs.
Ow! You know, it's not going to be as bad as you think, anyway. Stefan has been preoccupied with other things.
You mean like my wife?
I'm not going to deny that they've gotten friendlier, but it's strictly because of Nikolas, that's all.
Anybody who thinks it's strictly because of Nikolas ain't looking close enough. Strap on your water wings, counselor. Current's about to get swift.
Am I interrupting?
She would. Latin. A paper arguing why the Dark Ages is a misnomer. Explain to me, when will I ever need to know this?
Well, it helps refine your Latin skills. Other than that, only when seated next to a medieval scholar at a fatiguing dinner party.
Yeah. Well, just for those instances, I'll arrange for a friend to fabricate a crisis and page me.
Well, you won't if the medieval scholar also happens to be a wealthy industrialist holding trade leases you want.
Yeah.
You have plans?
This afternoon.
When are you to give your deposition in the Emily Quartermain extortion matter?
Well, not today, but I do plan to swing by the Quartermains. Unless you want to go riding.
Oh, thank you, but I have business requiring my attention.
Well, that'll still be here when we get back. Come on, ride the other side of the island with me before it gets too cold.
Not that I don't appreciate the invitation. I mean, last night it was an impulse to take me to Manhattan. Today it's riding. Is there some reason for your sudden interest in spending time with me?
I just thought you might be lonely. I mean, Laura hasn't been around since Luke showed up again.
Someone there?
Is Lulu home?
No, she's out on the play date.
Good.
We have the house pretty much to ourselves.
We have a lot to talk about.
Maybe more than we realize.
I did a lot of thinking while I was away. I visited a place you used to call home. The Cassadine Island.
Greece. Oh, that's interesting. What were you doing there? Looking for a way to blow up the island?
Now, what would the point of that be? Everybody's here. No, I was just having a look around. I mean, I've been there before, but this time I stayed a few days and tried to get a feel for the place. I wandered through the hills. I walked the gardens. I broke into the house.
Did you find what you were after?
I was looking for you, Laura. How many times have you said I couldn't possibly understand what you went through there? I went to see if I could understand. I mean, I know that you couldn't leave the place without support from the mainland because of the rocks and tides, currents, temperature of the water, not to mention the patrols. But there were other things that I needed to know. I didn't find you, babe. I couldn't find you anywhere there. So you're right, I can't imagine what you must have gone through in order to marry one man and sleep with another. So I played this little game with myself while I was there. I went around and I tried to imagine where you might feel safe, what spots on the island you might have enjoyed. I found a suite that you and Stavros shared after you were married. There's a nursery right off it. And I found the room that you lived in before you married Stavros. I know it was the room because you've described it 100 times to me, how this beautiful window faces east, and there's a window seat, and the door locks only from the outside. So I sat in that window seat. I tried to feel what you must have felt, looking out at the sea. And I don't know what made me do it. But I picked up the seaboard. That's when I found the letters.
Now, I know you'd never admit it, but you must be disappointed, so if you want some company, I'm here.
I'm fine, Nikolas, really. And not nearly as distressed as you assume. You see, I suspect Laura will be returning here soon.
What you've heard from her?
Luke's abduction of Lucky didn't sit well with her, and I believe that her days of blind loyalty are in the past.
You really believe that?
Luke has sabotaged himself by doing things that Laura will be unable to forgive. Hopefully, she she will soon be at liberty to spend as much time as she wants here with you.
And you?
If she wishes.
I hope that you're right. There's nothing would please me more than to see you happy. When I see you and Laura together, I believe that both of you are happy, and that's not just my imagination.
I read every page you wrote. They were addressed to me, so I figured. When you were offered the choice of having a longer chain if you married Stavros, I could feel the hell you were going through, trying to make that decision, and the hopelessness. I felt that. Why did you stop?
Stop?
The letters. The last one is dated the morning that you married Stavros. Unless there's another bundle that I didn't find.
No. I couldn't write them anymore. Once I had agreed to become his wife, I didn't feel I had the right anymore. And even though I believed that you were dead, I knew that you would never forgive me. And there was no comfort in writing letters that you would have hated. Or that would have made you violent.
I didn't hate what I read. It helped me, in a way. I got so caught up in those letters that I ended up having to hold up overnight inside, with the guards patrolling and the waves crashing against the breakers all night and the wind howling, and at some point some poor miserable creature must have wandered onto the grounds. Rabbit, mongoose, I don't know. The dogs went berserk. Anyway, sometime between when I started reading those letters and dawn, I got some perspective, I think. I sat there and I thought about you and me and what we have. Maybe it would be a shame to throw that away.
Nearly as shameful as plotting a murder and framing an innocent man.
The next time you accuse me of murder, do me the favor of doing it before I get all sappy and sentimental.
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm asking you. Did you loosen the parapet railing?
What the hell has Stefan been feeding you? All these little trips that you make out to the island. What is he telling you out there?
I saw a report on his desk linking you to the murder plot, along with the mask that you were wearing that night.
And it never occurred to you that he fabricated the report and set you up to find it?
Yeah, that would be just like him. Except for the pictures. You see, there were pictures, Luke, along with this report. Pictures of you, my husband, who I recognized in the crowd, even wearing a mask and dressed the same as everyone else. You were at the Bacchanalia, Luke.
Too bad we didn't coordinate our schedules. We could have ridden back and forth in the same boat.
Is that an admission?
I was at Windermere that night, yeah. You want to know more? Be real sure.
No more hiding. I can't take it anymore. Did you loosen the parapet railing and then plant the dagger in Stefan's desk to frame him?
Yes. Of course I did. What, you're disappointed? Why? I always said I'd do whatever I had to protect this family.
From a woman announcing her engagement?
Oh, we both know. Blondie wasn't the target. Helena was.
I see. So you decided to loosen the railing at a party in the hopes that the right person out of what, maybe 200 guests would lean against it?
My God, what if Nikolas had gone up there? Or Stefan, for that matter.
Stefan? Oh, that would have been a bonus. I'd have celebrated.
Nikolas loves that man. He's the only family the boy's had since I left him. And he's raised him to be a good person, a man, a fine man. What do you think would have happened to this family if you had killed Stefan?
Nothing worse than what's already happened.
You are here because of your own actions. So you rigged the railing in the blind hope that you might take out Helena, and then you planted the dagger in Stefan's desk to frame him, and then you left town because you were angry about what I said on the witness stand. I wouldn't have been on the witness stand if it hadn't been for you. Stefan wouldn't have gone to trial and shouldn't have gone to trial. You know, he told me all of this months ago. And I didn't believe him. I stood up for you. I defended you. I said, no, there's no way that Luke could have ever done this if for no other reason than because of Nikolas. And we haven't even begun to address what you did to Catherine Bell. What you robbed her of, what you put her through. My God, aren't you sorry for any of it?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry Helena and Stefan are still breathing.
Rationalizing your behavior for so many years. I've been telling myself that all of your actions were in self-defense to protect the people that you love, but Luke, you almost killed an innocent woman. And instead of feeling any remorse or trying to make amends, you let somebody else take the blame for it and go to trial for it and go through everything that we both know a trial puts a person through. My God. I don't know who you are anymore.
I'm the same man I've always been, Laura.